Grandma Dolly's Kitchen. I got a good one for you today. I'm going to do salmon croquettes with fresh salmon. When I first got married to my first husband, he loved salmon croquettes, and I had to cook them once a week for him. Okay, but I can use the can. I use mackerel. I use canned salmon a lot, and I use fresh. I know how to make it. Okay, and so when one of my daughters got pregnant, she was craving it. I had to cook it for her all the time, and when she started tasting the fresh salmon, she couldn't stand the canned salmon anymore. So I had to make it from scratch, from fresh for her. Okay? So that's what we're going to have today. You're going to need salmon. You can use the canned salmon or you can use the fresh salmon. You're going to need black pepper, paprika, red pepper, Tony Satrin, and you're going to use adobe. Okay? So this and you're going to use 1/3 of a cup of cornmeal and 1/3 of a cup of flour. Okay. Now I don't like to taste crunchy vegetables in my salmon. So what I do is I take this the celery, the onion, the parsley. Okay. Now I have a big piece of salmon here, so it's about 1/2 cup. All right. And I'm going to take 1/2 cup of green bell peppers. Okay. And what I'm going to do is put them all in a plastic container, and this is 1/3 cup of water I'm going to put in, and I'm going to put these in the microwave for 2 minutes, and it's going to soften them. They're going to sweat them down. Okay, so I'll be right back, and then we're going to do the rest. Okay, welcome back. Now you see my vegetables are sweat down. So what I'm going to do is put this on a cutting board, or you can keep it on the plate. So I'm going to cut it up. Okay, cut it up in small pieces, as small as you can. Okay. Okay. Now, when you are, I'm going to show you, you can make what we call salmon patties, and you can make salmon croquettes. It's a difference, and I'm going to show you the difference. You make it with the same ingredients, but you shape the salmon. When you put it in the oil, you shape it differently. And you use the oil, you use more oil in the salmon croquettes than you do in the salmon patties. But you use a paper towel and you drain it like you do when you drain your chicken. You drain oil out of the patties when you put them on the paper towel. And that way you don't have to worry about it being greasy. Okay, but I'll show you when we get to that part. Okay, so we want to cut it up as fine as we can. Okay. And also I want to mention to you that make more than enough for 4 in a family, because if you let them set to the next day, they are, you'll see that the seasoning has set in it so well that it's better the next day. My kids love them the next day, so I usually just make a whole bunch and then have leftovers. The leftovers are so, it's just like the all of the ingredients has set in it, and they are really, really delicious. They're delicious either way, but when they are leftovers, they are really good. Okay, so here you have it, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this is a I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt, and I want to put 2 teaspoons of this in there because I have quite a bit of meat. Tony Satchon is very good. So very good. This is a Creole, but this is a Spanish. It gives you that Spanish flavoring. It's good, very good. About a teaspoon. And I want, so with fish you always want some pepper. You want a little heat in it, you know. So you put about a teaspoon of paprika and a teaspoon of red pepper. All right, that's that. So now what we're going to do, now remember, don't be afraid of your meat. I'm not afraid to mix it with my hand. A lot of people don't like to mix it with your hand, but listen, don't be afraid, mix it with your hand. The best way to mix it is with your hand. You can always wash your hand, you know what I mean? So we're going to use the flour. Black pepper is making me sneeze. Cornmeal, and we're going to use now if you have to, you can put the whole, you know, the water in there and everything, because we got cornmeal and we got flour, so if it's hot you just can use the fork, but you know, get it good, get it in, work it in there real good, work it real good, work it. All right. So, because once it hit the cold salmon, it cools down. Okay, so I'm going to put the rest of this flour in there. Okay. And then we're going to put the eggs. This is the last. We're going to put the eggs. So let me just put it in here just in case a piece of shell comes in. We don't want that. So we can put it in a different bowl. All right. So let's mix it. Okay. So we can get away with 2 eggs. If we have to, we could have used the other one, but this was enough. But, okay, now let me show you the difference. Okay, if you want to make patties, they're going to be like this, patties. You know, you're going to have little patties. Okay, I'm going to just show you on the bowl. This is a patty. Okay, a croquette is not like that. A croquette is different. A croquette is like so. Croquette looks like an egg almost. See what I'm saying? So that's the difference in a croquette and a patty. Most people make salmon patties and they call them croquettes. But no, a croquette has this, and you can make the croquette bigger, but it has this shape. This is what a croquette looks like. And this is what a patty looks like. you know. And I just wanted to show you the difference. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back in here, and I'm gonna be going over to the stove, and I'm gonna make the croquettes. I'm gonna make croquettes because my daughter, she loved croquettes, and she had a request for them. And then I have one of my special viewers named Anthony that wanted for me to give a shout out to him when I'm making something different. So I'm giving a shout out to you, Anthony. Okay, and I want you to let me know how you like it. I want you to try it and let me know how you like it, okay? So I'm going to take the oil over to the stove, and then I'm going to let the oil heat. Not real hot, but you let it heat. Don't put the croquettes in it cold. Let it heat up a little bit, and then I'll meet you at the stove, and I'll show you how I'm going to drop them in. Welcome back. Now you see, you put them in the oil, and you let them cook 5 minutes on either side. And when you flip them and you see that they're not golden brown like you like, you see, you make sure you have your paper, okay? And you drain them on your paper, because you're going to have oil, because see, they're not patties. If they were patties, you have a little bit of oil, but these are croquettes, so you see how thick they are. You need oil, and so you just take them out of the oil and drain them on your paper towel, okay? And when you flip them, if they're not as brown as you like, just turn them over and flip them and cook them 2 more minutes. Start off with 5 minutes, and then if you flip them and it's not brown enough, let it cook on the other side 5 minutes, but then flip it back over after that 5 minutes and cook them 2 more minutes. That's it. It's that simple. It's very simple, because we here at Dorothy's Kitchen, Grandma Dorothy want to make it simple, want to make it easy, want to make it fun, and want to make it delicious. Amen? All right. Welcome back. We have the finished product. It's a perfect brunch or anytime meal, as a matter of fact. And remember, make some leftovers so that you will have some for the next day, because you will see, like I'm telling you, you'll see how much better it tastes if with leftovers. It's a good leftover. Okay? All right, so let's try it. And you see the difference? See, a croquette is not a patty. A croquette is bigger than a patty. Okay? All right, so let's try it. Okay? And I made the white rice to go with it. Okay? So, let's try it. Very good. Very good. Very good. Delicious. And I made some strawberries because I'm having brunch. Okay? Very good. Very good. You see the fresh salmon? See how fresh it is? So good. Once you taste the fresh salmon, you're going to be like my daughter. You're going to want the fresh salmon instead of the canned salmon. But either or is good. And either or you make the same way, okay? So good. So good. Happy eating to you. See you next time.